That's right. We could only be one place with that view to start things off, as the Lady Lions have made the trip up here to Belleville inside of the fabulous Colt Corral tonight, all the way from Columbus to face a Clear Fork squad seeking a fourth consecutive victory to start the new season. It has been a while since they have achieved that, if they get it done here tonight in the Valley. As we kick off your Saturday evening with a girls soccer clash here at the fabulous Corral. Bexley taking on the Lady Colts, coming up live and free next.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Pre-game coverage for tonight's girls soccer match presented exclusively by Global Energy Partners. As we welcome you here into Belleville, two quality programs pretty consistently recording double-digit win seasons, just about to meet here on a rather cool night for the late summer in the Clear Fork Valley. Welcome to Belleville, Ohio, everybody. I am Brian Skoronsky, going to be on the call with you guys here today. It has been my second home out here at Clear Fork High School over the last couple of weeks. Had the boys earlier today. Kidron Central Christian ended up getting the better of them. We'll see if the Lady Colts can get it done here at home, as these two teams just about set to meet for the fourth consecutive season. Bexley coming on the road for the second time. And let's tell you more about these Lady Lions. There they are, getting warmed up here in the pregame. Been looking pretty sharp, pretty smooth out there in their all blue uniforms. And these Lady Lions, a bit of a mixed bag so far through a couple of matches on the season. They dropped a tight match opening night to Grove City, a pretty quality team. Grove City, though, ended up losing their next match by a couple of goals. And then they dominate an overmatched Whitehall Yearling team. So this will be their first road test of the season after playing back-to-back games down in Columbus. But you see the accolades, 9 wins actually for them. That's one of their kind of low points so far here over the last several, 9-8-2. This is a team that traditionally, a lot of good players, plenty of victories, and you can expect them to come out here on the road, expect to win. Ball possession is typically at the forefront of their mentality, and the expectation for them is to be able to hang on to the ball for as long as possible. Try to play a little bit of keep away from the Lady Colts, find feet, and try to earn the victory. But we'll get into keys a little bit later on down the line. We are going with Ms. Garcia tonight for our player spotlight. Had a really dynamic sophomore season. 13 points overall, had 5 goals. That's pretty nice. Your first year as a full-time contributor at the varsity ranks, and off to another great start here in 2025. Already scored a couple of goals. I think has 2 assists already, too. A little misleading, as mentioned, that Whitehall Yearling game, and everybody was kind of getting healthy in that one. But Luis Garcia, your player spotlight tonight for the Lady Lions. But these are the home Colts here in their all-dark uniforms tonight. Clear Fork looking to do something that they have not done in 13 seasons, and that would be 4 straight victories out of the chutes. And kind of hard to believe, but also at the same time, the way the coach Brittany Bechtel has been scheduling in the non-conference as of late, I guess not that hard to fathom, because they test themselves often out of the gates here. I'm going to tell you a lot more about Clear Fork and these girls coming into today. I think they're a little out of order here. They were about to do national anthem, so I was going to play along, but it looks like I think they're going to let them march out onto the field first. So gives us time to jump into our team spotlight here for the Lady Colts. These are your defending MOAC N District champions, and they return a bunch of starters from the 13-win team a season ago, and off to a fantastic start. The 3 games listed there, that's the only 3 games that they have played. Opening night against Madison, of course, went really well for them. Dominated Ashland as well, 4-1. You saw that live and free here on the OH Report. And then right back here at home, Thursday, Norway, and they took care of business against them. 6-zip, their first shutout. So looking to build some momentum off of that one with their 3rd home match of the week, trying to close out in style. But we can't do it without representing the greatest nation that's ever been created and developed. We're there right now. Let's honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Shout out to everybody who is serving, who has served, and who will continue to serve this great nation. We honor America so that we can have the freedom to play high school sports, and that's what we do best right here on the OH Report. Want to jump into my player spotlight for the night. I love the versatility of this young lady right here, Maya Perry. Junior season stats, not really a true offensive threat, but they use her in so many different ways. You can put her on the back line, and I think that she'll be sturdy. She can be a rewarding player to have in the midfield. Out on the wing is where I feel like she shines best. Maya Perry, 3 points so far on the year. She's got a goal and an assist. She's off to a fantastic start to her last full campaign as a high school athlete, and looking forward to just seeing this entire senior class and what is in store for them here in 2025. Kind of been a build-up. A lot of players returning for Coach Bechtel, as I talked about, and they've got really high expectations for themselves, and so far they're hitting the mark with young ladies like Maya kind of leading the way. Players out on the fields, Bexley, and their starters about to be announced, so I will turn it over to the PA announcer, and I'll let you find out who they are.
3, Melinda Cohen. Number 5, Maven Evans. Number 6, Georgia Budendeck. Number 7, Eloise Garcia. Number 9, Anna Whistler. Number 10, Hazel Meeker. Number 12, Lucy Simonero. Number 13, Julia Olson. Number 15, Claire Watts. And number 20, Avery George. Bexley is coached by head coach Scott James and assisted by Katie Sarvis.
So that's the Lady Lions,
For the Clear
but
Fork Lady Colts,
we are in the Valley,
non-starters for tonight's game.
so we got to hear the roster for the
Number
Colts.
0, Morgan Crunkleton. Number 00, Maddie Peters. Number 2, Maria Knight. Number 6, Brinley Kirkpatrick. Number 13, Violet Freeman. Number 14, Ava Roberts. Number 15, Ashlyn Inman. Number 17, Jaden Kaler. Number 19, Ariana Bostic. Number 20, Kendall Boffman. Number 21, Bria Beery. Number 23, Minnie Dorner. Your starters tonight for the Clear Fork Lady Colts. Number 0, Faith Smith. Number 3, Katie Beck. Number 4, Zoe Lamp. Number 5, Maya Perry. Number 7, Quinn Stover. Number 8, Brinley Barnett. Number 9, Lily Swindell. Number 11, Sabri Caudill. Number 12, Asia Bechtel. Number 16, Ashton Wine. Number 18, Layla Doherty. The Lady Colts are coached by Brittany Bechtel and assisted by Chris Hawks, Alan Leach, Brogan Sauter, and Avery Wine.
One of the best coaching staffs in the area, bar none, for these Lady Colts. How about Coach Brittany now in year number 20? That is pretty crazy, but what an amazing job she has done for this program for so many years, and looking for her first 4-0 start since they started 5-0. Clear back in 2012. How do they get it done? Here are my keys to victory, presented by GEP. You just got to utilize that team speed. You've got some fantastic athletes out there. They have showcased it so far, each step along the way. And then in the midfield, where I feel like this team can really just stranglehold on you, suffocate you, is just put pressure on people. And it especially helps when you've got that E in there and you spell it right. When you pressure folks, it can burst the pipes. Clear Fork's been able to do that. Solid opening night against Madison here on Tuesday night, and the win against Ashland. Constantly getting new players into the rotation, being fresh all the way throughout the game, having the motor and the engine revving at all times. That's a key for this Clear Fork Lady Colt team. And I think if they can do that again here tonight against Bexley, they get it done and they knock off the Lions for a 4th consecutive meeting. However, on the flip side, Bexley, they're going to play with a lot of pride tonight. They can get it done if they get some quality goalkeeping. I feel like Clear Fork's going to have quite a few opportunities. Sometimes they've got kids. They've got some strong legs. Ashton Wine sticks out. We'll see at other times probably Brinley Barnett. They'll just take shape with some deep shots. Be ready for those. No spills. Just grab the ball, shut it down, and then be patient with the ball. Yeah, Clear Fork's going to try to pressure, but when they're not, when you've got a little bit of a window, you can hang on to it. Take your time, pick your spots, and that is how you can be successful here tonight if you are the Bexley Lady Lions here on the road. As that puts a bow on our pre-game coverage, just about set for action here at the Colt Corral, one of the coolest venues in all of Ohio. Certainly one of my favorites. Love being here, and that's probably why I pretty much haven't gone home this week. I've been hanging out here in the Valley a lot, so the people of Belleville have been very kind to me, and I appreciate that they allow me to stick around. Last game of the week, though. Trying to finish strong, as each of these teams certainly would like to as well. Just underway, Bexley moving it from left to right, now coming middle. They are in the white jersey tops, blue shorts, Lady Colts. Black on black out here in the Valley tonight. And I think on a cool evening like this, only about 75 degrees. I mean, it really is a early fall feeling type of night, and I heard several other people say it. It's not just me, but something about the state of Ohio, the birthplace of football, once it kicks in at the high school ranks, baby, sometimes the sports gods, they just look down, they smile on us, and they give us exactly what we want. As Perry probably gets away with one right there, a little bit of contact, but Bexley able to regain possession, working it around here with Anna Whistler. Now the near sideline, a little breakaway. Georgia Budendek be swatted out of there by Wine. Ashton's just such a tough, hard-nosed player, and just always smiling, full of energy. Truly a joy to watch perform. I was talking to her dad a little bit during the JV match, and this should tell you a little bit of insight about Ashton and just her personality. She enjoyed softball, wanted to play, except for she just didn't have the patience for it. Not enough going on for her. They put her in the outfield, and it just was not working. She's about that action, boss, and she was not getting enough of it in her workload. So I think soccer and the non-stop ferocity of it is the perfect fit for her. And hoops certainly, too, seems to suit her well as the lights kick on here at the Colt Corral. And Bexley, as mentioned, this is a team, and a lot of Columbus schools too, they have traditionally played that style where possession is key. And they're going to try to hang on to it, find feet, move you around, even if the touches aren't necessarily getting them closer to goal, and just try to structure it in a way that you eventually make a mistake as a defense. And that's what the Lions are trying to do right now. Colts so far through their first 3 matches, they have been the team dominant with the ball possession. Opening night against Madison, really ultimately dominant in that one. As the sophomore Quinn Stover, not a wise decision there. Just played it right at the feet of a Bexley defender. But the Colts get it back. Here's Perry playing up top. Shoots this one out in space for Barnett. It'll be too far out in front for the senior tandem connection. And it'll be scooped up by Catherine Garrett. Sophomore getting the start in net. One of only 2 underclassmen in the starting role. Do have the freshman Budendek. And here's the 10th grader again coming out and making a play. Just about 4 minutes into the competition. Bit of a filling out process right now. Would liken this a bit to like an MMA fight where two guys are just kind of dancing around, throwing some jabs at one another. See if any type of tales of the activity are going to be shown or displayed. Colts have really only had a couple of touches up to this point. It has been the Lions dictating the pace of play. As Caudill throws it in, this will be lifted outside. Too much sauce there on the right foot of the sophomore Stover. Slung shot, middle of the field, right there by the horseshoe. Settled down by Katie Beck. Now a big blast off. Wine, Perry on the hop, and she gets cut off. Solid stuff right there by Lucy Cimarero. Using the body to its full potential there, Lily Swandell shielding off the defense. Try to track it down here. And there she is again. Like I said, just understanding how to utilize that frame that she's got. Really strong kid. Posted back to the middle here by Julia Olson, one of the captains on the roster. Beck, Willen, and Dillon out here on the near side. And now Wine, sharp move. And last touch by the Lady Lions. Beck on the hop, down the line. Header towards the middle of the park, and this is Barnett. I don't believe Brinley played against Norway the other night. I could be wrong, but she had been responsible for every single goal in the first couple of matches, and I did not see her name on the stat sheet. 6 goals scored in that one, unless they allowed her to play in a limited role and fashion, as Budendek unleashes one, but Faith Smith, she's there to answer the call. First shot and save. Just stepped around. Pretty good looking shot attempt. Back the other way off the punt. Big touch. And this will race out of bounds. Near side for Katie Beck. Left foot, back post. Solid build up here by Clear Fork. Great measurement on that pass. Beck with the left foot. Had Asia Bechtel tracking back post as well. So clean look on each end now. Beck turns towards the middle of the park. Out wide, now back to Perry. Here's Maya with the left foot. Couple ricochets for Katie. And she goes touchline. Can't catch up. So it'll be out for a goal kick. Do want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free tonight. I'm going to pull up my Facebook feed. I'm also going to check in on our YouTube channel 1. And what I need from you guys, I'm on the call solo here tonight, so A, keep me company. I'm up here in the top of the press box. It's just me and my boy Brandon hanging out, but we love hearing from you. Be a part of the game. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from here tonight. How are you spending your Saturday evening? I'm told I've been out of the loop big time. College football kicked off today, and there's been some great games. Obviously, here in the state of Ohio, we're all eyeballing next Saturday in that noon kickoff, Texas at the Shoe. Should be a spectacle. That was actually pretty cool. Garcia, our player spotlight, down to a knee, kept her composure in the possession. But yeah, if you shout me out, I will shout you out right back. Every time we get an opportunity, I will jump into the chat section and see what you crazy cats are up to. Had a ton of comments come through when I was at the Corral last night for the football season opener. Kudos to Clear Fork getting a huge victory on opening night over last year's Division IV state runners-up in Sandusky Perkins, who flattened them in Week 1 last year, and flattening this shot into the back of the net. Budendeck, DeFrosch makes it 1-0. Bexley on top. An absolute laser beam, and the hop just a little in between where Faye Smith had laid out for. She's been so good, only allowed 1 goal up to this point in 3 matches. That's just her second of the season, but I gotta see this again. I'll even try to slow it down a bit more. That was a little late. Just a dart into the corner, and Bexley takes the lead on the road. So for the first time all season, we'll see how Clear Fork plays from behind. They have been absolutely running the competition so far. Let's get a foul here against the Lions. They've got 2 shots so far, each of them on frame. The latest, a goal from the freshman, Georgia Budendeck. This will go through the uprights. And that's what Ashton Wine can do. I mean, hide your kids, hide your wife, pretty much anywhere on the field. She can take dead aim, come after you. And this is good. Very similar to the field goal that we saw last night. Shout out Nash Evans, game winner, his first field goal of his career. And he calmly, smoothly steps up and delivers the shot heard around the county. And I think that they were still partying out here in the Valley last night. Into the hours of the morning. I was working until the wee hours of the morning. If you tuned in for the Friday night pigskin, it turned into the Saturday morning pigskin. Had 15 highlights. We didn't get out of there until after 2 a.m. That was a wild show. Great time. Awesome season kickoff. And I think we have more shows to come pretty similar to that, just because of the amount of crews that are going out into the field for us this year. Here's the shot. It's ripped. Oh, what a save. Superman came to play, and it's not Clark Kent. It's Faye Smith here tonight. Eloise Garcia, sick move, sets it up, rifles with the right foot, but just enough fingertips on it to deflect it out wide. And you see a few members of the Stampede out there, a couple of football boys checking out the action. As this corner kick drilled in up top. That was a pretty nice ball, actually. Just nobody with a shot attempt until now. But Faye Smith with her second save and as many shots. So 4 total already here for the Lady Lions. All of them have been on frame. Very similar to what we saw in the boys match earlier today with Central Christian of Kidron. They're off to a fantastic start, 3-0 now on their campaign, fresh off a state Final Four run. They only took 10 shots in the match. Clear Fork had 16. However, all 10 of them were on frame, and they delivered a 5-pack of goals. Pretty good stuff, and that's what you're looking for. It's certainly in the game of soccer a bit more quality over quantity. Looking for another one here. Hard charge on the outside. But Avery Wine cleaning up the mess. And Avery. Sorry, Ash. Ashton Wine out there. Too much wine in my diet, clearly. Can't keep up. A lot of them out here. But Ashton, she can be that ultimate eraser, and she was my game MVP on Tuesday, along with that young lady right here, Brittany Barnett, who had a hat trick. And can't leave out a girl who scores 3 goals in the MVP conversation. But I love what Ashton said when I was referring to her as like a center backer or a midfielder, and she kind of giggled, and I was like, what? She's like, I play everywhere. all the time. Okay. She's not wrong. Watch the game tape, and you'll see 16 is pretty much taking up every plot of land out here. She domineers up and down the field, but right now she's in that center backer role. Got some substitutions, no surprise, here for Coach Brittany Bechtel. That's what she's going to do early and often throughout the course of the action. 2, 3 fresh bodies checking in at a time. And just try to maintain that high energy. Throw-ins intended for Stover. Met at the point of attack. Solid liftoff. Right back at you with the header. Another throw. Strong hop. Swindle trying to get a piece of it. And it rolls over the end line. Goal kick. Bexley trying to get to work quickly. Feeling a little bit of momentum coming off of that boot and deck goal. Counter attack in full display. Here's the freshman again. She looks like a special type of talent. Just not a lot of ninth graders when they hit the scene at the varsity ranks show exactly what she's doing right here. And that's just like confidence out there. And every time the ball comes her way, she just feels like, hey, I've got this type of thing. And that's pretty rare for a girl that's just making her third career varsity start. So keep an eye on number 6 throughout the course of this season and obviously the development throughout her career. Could be a special player down there in the Columbus area for years to come for head coach Scott James. Barry to Stover. Pinballs around a little bit. Now played, I think, just out into space. So Asia Bechtel does the same thing. Knocks it forward. Brindley Barnett has not been able to get loose. And we're 15 minutes here into the process. First couple of matches I've seen of the Lady Colts so far this season, she has been that kid, that girl. She has been it. Working around up top. This high sky ball gave her an opportunity to try to go after it there. As it'll be poked out of play right near midfield, and LCP will handle with the throw-in as Maya Perry gets set to check back into the competition. Short rest for number 5. She'll spell out the freshman Barry. One of 4 ninth graders listed on the varsity roster this year. Excuse me, make that 5. Backtracking, here comes Perry. She'll make a turn out to her left. Try to deliver for Bechtel. She's got crazy speed, but not able to catch up to that one on the fly. Like the idea here for Maya. Circling out. Try to get one of your rock stars in a situation to go score a goal. Hasn't had one yet this season. Here comes the freshman again. Look at that speed. Heavy touch. That one as well for Ashton. Subs on each side. Violet Freeman, another freshman, going to get some action here early. We'll see the captain, Olsen, check out over on the other side, and voted a captain as a junior in the midfield. So Julia certainly doing something right. She's spelled out by Simonero. Touch over to Bella I. This is what the Lions have always been capable of. Moving it around the park, trying to find feet, make runs, communicate. Beck loses it. Garcia out wide. Continues to press out that way. Caudill on the coverage. Now here's Ellie Murray losing the handle. Bechtel can't clear it. Cohen drilling into traffic. Last connecting pass not there, but a foul on the Lady Colts. Big collision, and Campbell's still down. So we're going to get an injury timeout. As the young ladies helped off the field. I think that's just the first foul on Clear Fork. Set piece opportunity. Teed up here at the football 26-yard line. It's just going to be played trying to go for the goal. Sails over top. And now the Colts will check Doherty back into the lineup. Second look. A couple feet too tall on that shot attempt. So the goal remains the difference right now from Budendek. 1-0 on our Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source scoreboard. Barnett, excellent flick forward. Mary was tracking it. Now here's Maya out wide. Brinley thought about the left foot. Turns back middle. And you see how much attention she's garnering right now. Plenty of it. Deep shot drilled, but Zoe Lamb puts it right into the hands of Garrett. Colts going to move it up the middle. Turnover, though. So Bexley regains positioning here with Hazel Meeker off the theft. Try to go back to her. Stover stepping in between. Big ball right up the middle. Faith Smith kind of in between. If she should come out and try to make a play or not. Show that to you one more time. Just a deep shot right from midfield. And typically you see your keeper, she'll be out on the edge by now. But I think because Ashton Wine was there on the coverage, stride for stride with Garcia, elected not to. Corner kick number 2 on the way here for Bexley. Pretty decent one. Takes a hop in front of the 6 and deflected out. That's all you can ask. If one of your players gets the first touch on it, that was Budendek that had an opportunity, and especially with that right leg. Off the restart, Colts with a deep boot. Now Quinn Stover tracking it down. Bursts it. And he'll continue to roll down the far side over the touchline. Goal kick coming up. Want to say what's up to Trisha Delnay, watching from Dover, Delaware, cheering on Zoe Lamp tonight, says LCP. Susan Wingfield says go Colts. Bev Nell also cheering on the Colts tonight. And Michelle Broski looking for some sound. Maybe just hit volume up on the device you're watching. Could be useful. Do love that last name, though. Broski. Kind of an interesting one for a lady, but it works for, well, I don't know. Everybody's called bro these days. Oh, in between hop right there. And I thought that was off of the mitt of the keeper. She played it well, and it's not going to be a corner kick here. Here's Ashton. Little shake and bake, redirection, and then... Guess one of those don't ask, don't tell type of situations. Just play it off, and it works out well. Goal kick instead of a set piece for LCP, who just have 2 shots so far. And this is a team that has really been hot offensively to start the season. 3 goals in the opener, 4 in round 2, 6 in the last game, and another shot, this one at the keeper though. So Ashton's starting to get involved offensively a bit more. She's got the last couple. Just such a strong kick. Minnie Dorner backtracking, looking for her in space. She makes a run down the far side. And here she is, out wide. Mismeasured, though, with the offering. And it's going to be a Clear Fork throw-in as they get set to check in a pair of players. Kendall Boffman, the sophomore. Bria Berry, freshman. So a youth movement out here on the pitch as Beck heads over to the sideline. She'll get a quick breather along with Asia Bechtel. Do have one other live and free game going for you folks tonight. If you want to check in up at Norwalk, St. Paul in their football season opener, they are taking on the Skins of Port Clinton. Chris Bliley is on the call for that one tonight. So 3 consecutive days of high school football to open up week 1 in 2025. It's been a fantastic start to the season. Means I get no sleep, so don't judge me out in public with the bags under my eyes. Certainly not today. I think I was up working till 5 last night with the array of highlights and everything that we had and the MVPs and just trying to get everything posted so that you, for your pleasure out there, can watch them on all of our different social media platforms. But what a labor of love. Certainly once football kicks off, just has a different feel. The energy, everything. Could be the case here on the soccer pitch right now for this Clear Fork team. Set piece coming up. Just the second foul against the Lady Lions. This will put Ashton Wine on the ball more than likely. She can take dead aim if she so chooses. She's at the football 16. 3 Lady wall has formed. They're backing up. Barnett, Perry, Boffman, all on the weak side. They'll set it up. Actually, there's Ashton. It'll be knocked away. They had Zoe Lamp on the ball. Clear Fork did that on a couple of occasions. Last time I was over here on Tuesday as well, where they played it short instead of trying to take dead aim or just flip one up into the box and see what happens. And has been relatively ineffective so far, at least just in those 3 attempts up to this point. See if that strategy changes moving forward, because they've got some really gifted young ladies that can hit it with both feet if necessary, depending on the angle. Racing down in the corner, Doherty swiftly tracks it down the line. But here's Bexley. They've got numbers moving forward. A lot of space out in front, but a miss hit off the left foot of the freshman Dorner. But here's this one, redirected. That was close. Faith Smith a little bit out of position, had to dive down to her knees. But check this out and how close this was. Garcia gets by, able to set up that strong foot, and if it's not off the back of the defender, could be a 2-0 differential on our Wellspring scoreboard. Corner kick number 3 coming up here for the Lions, as Julia Olson will be on the ball, the captain. from the track, dishes it in, spilled out here. Face Smith went face first down onto the turf, and she'll have a goal kick on the way. Boom, just lays out for it. Anna Whistler could have potentially taken advantage, if not for, I think that was Katie Beck that was draped on her. Just didn't allow her any wiggle room. Here she is on the outside. Beck, oh, nice ball. Now Ashton, deep boot, Barnett tracking. Avery George played that beautifully. Might have gotten a bit lucky there, eyes in the back of her head type of scenario. Garcia at midfield, able to settle it. A little bit of space being given right now by the Lady Colts. Ashton got a toe on it. Now we'll see the Lions give it away in the middle of the field. Maya Perry flops it up. Here's Maya, double team, trying to shoot it forward. Here's Barnett off of her knee. Brindley with a heavy touch off her other knee. Almost a one-on-one with the keeper. Arguably the best build-up so far of the night for the Lady Colts. Here's Brindley off the left knee, and then boom, that one just came off a little bit too hot. Slide tackle in there. So that was Avery George, senior, coming over to knock it out of play. Pretty heads-up move. This looks like a physical specimen down there on the back line. And most really great teams have at least one of those bruisers back there that are willing to come in and make slide tackles like that. First corner kick of the night for Clear Fork, back post off the header. Too much. Couldn't set it down and keep it on frame. Pretty solid execution. Shot in there well. Right into the mixer bowl. Bechtel, she's got that great size. Of course, the leaping ability. This girl's a high jump dynamo. Look out for her in the future. Potential state championship material, I think. Two-sport athlete during the winter. Obviously, really skilled basketball player. Pops is a coach. Mom, an excellent athlete. And then she also does indoor track. Third foul against the Lady Lions. And it feels like a little momentum shifting towards Clear Fork. They've been able to match Bexley now in terms of shots, 4 each. And here's Ashton. She's just going to zip this one all the way. Pretty easy play for Catherine Garrett to make. But I think that that's exactly what you want. Just try to send it in there. If she can put it right on frame and get some of your gifted athletes cruising up there in and around the keeper, can make it a much tougher situation. It's just slightly off target. Bexley with a pair of subs. Awaiting the restart here. 8.5 minutes remaining here in half number 1. A scheduled 2. And that's all they'll play. There is no overtime. Not during the regular season in the beautiful game in Ohio high school sports. Though we were joking about it during the JV game, similar scenario was bowling down. I'd like to see him just kind of settle it on the field with, I don't know, maybe some trivia, Rochambeau, pick straws. Winners and losers, I think, are always fun. Ties are Not my favorite thing, but I understand that it's a big part of this sport and certainly should be factored in that you played well enough to be in the mix when you do get a draw. So I don't know. I go back and forth in my own mind on that one, but I do understand why there's not overtime during the regular season. Could be some late nights, especially some school nights. So we got another sub coming from Bexley, and typically it's Coach Bechtel. She's the one running kids over to the flag routinely and just always having the fresh roster out there. But the Lions trying to keep pace out here tonight. Perfect temperatures, and actually since we kicked off, the temperature has dropped 4 degrees. So it's become kind of the ideal playing temperature out here. Header to the middle of the park. Taking on the fly, trying to find Maya Perry in the middle. Here she is. Wine kind of overran. Now Bechtel with the pressure. Able to set up Ashton. She regains her footing. She's got a 3-on-3 going. Ashton Wine chips one into the box. Seminaro taking care of it on the back line, though, for the Lions. They've defended admirably so far here tonight against a high-powered Lady Colt offense. Came in with a ton of momentum, scoring more than 4 goals per game so far in the early portion of the competitions. A lot of space to the outside, starting to dwindle here as Meeker punches this one out of play, and it'll be a Lady Colt throw-in as they'll get Jaden Kaler out into the mix. Senior coming off the bench tonight. Boffman checking back in along with Bria Berry. And I'll check in with you guys, see if there's anybody new in the comments section. Just want to say, hey, Darlene, who's welcoming Julia Olson and Bexley to Clear Fork. Five minutes to go. Lady Colts would love to find themselves an equalizer. And some hemming and hawing over on the Bexley side of things. Don't love the foul call. 2 hands, full extension, though, into the back. And Olson draws the infraction. Here's Brinley Barnett going back post. Has Perry there. Redirected. Oh, wow. I thought that one was tailor-made and was going to sink its way back into the nylon. This is about as close as it gets, folks. Barnett with a beautiful setup. Finds Perry and just missed it. A restart to the middle of the field. Here's Garcia turning, setting up an excellent ball here on the near side. Pressure comes, so Whistler has to drop it back. Smooth move out here by Meeker. Last connecting pass for Whistler, just a bit off target. Off the ricochet, we've got handball, I think might be the call here on Seminaro. That'll be the 5th infraction against Bexley here in half number 1, which is almost in the books. Just 3 minutes, 25 seconds still showing on the clock here on the brand new scoreboard in the Valley. Wine pushes this one near the 6. Had it out of there. George got to it first. Here's the number 20 on the other side. Boffman working hard. Just absolutely surrounded. White jerseys everywhere. Now Garcia looking to make her run through the middle. press it out wide, but it's intercepted. Just a poor ball there from Barry, trying to sink up top with Maya Perry. Kaler trying to switch fields, too far out in front of the intended target. She had Boffman. Now here's Kendall heading over for the pressure. Miss hit. Ashton Wine on the fly. Showcasing a couple of moves. Love the physicality here in the midfield, but Kaler's going to draw the whistle. Show it to you a second time. Her and Olsen going toe-to-toe. And a touch too aggressive right there. As we hear the announcement, under 2 minutes to go. Deep drive into the mix, settles, chance for a shot. Colts avoid a potential goal scoring opportunity there for Bexley. Lamp using her body, shield off the defense, drifts it back to Stover, who plays the ball, trying to find Perry. Solid run, Spilling, Seminaro. Now Barnett to the middle. Ashton's got a little bit of space, some green in front of her. Firm touch, regains her composure, but the double team forces her to give it up. Colts staying on it, 50 seconds to go. Ashton Wine with a little bit of space in front, rips one, but it sails wide. Run back this replay for you. Decent look again. And Ashton's not shy to pull up from anywhere. 3 goals, 2 assists so far during the seniors campaign. Her and Barnett have been quite the tandem. Brindley with 4 goals and 3 assists. But neither adding to their totals here in the opening half, as we've got 40 minutes in the books. And it's Bexley so far with the lone goal of the match. Budendick, the difference right now at about the 30-minute mark as we head into the halftime break. But we've got plenty more action still to come. The GEP halftime report on the way. I'll break down my stats for you. A little bit of what I think about the first 40 minutes. Then we'll get you all set up for half number 2. It's live, it's free, and it's only right here on the OH Report.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Tonight's high school soccer live stream brought to you 100% free of charge, thanks to our good friends at Carothers Pest Control. And if you've got a pest, you already know you got to call the best. Our player of the game tonight, presented by Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Avita Home Health and Hospice, where they provide high-quality community health care and improve the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy. They help you choose effective vitamins and supplements. They can also prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or even your veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. Charter Next Gen. They are hiring right now in a cutting-edge environment. Check them out. Go to their website in the link in the description. Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. I've got your halftime stats coming up here in about 30 seconds. Stay right there. It's halftime here in the Valley. 40 minutes in the books, and right now, those young ladies in the white unis, they lead it 1-0, courtesy of a goal from the freshman Budendek. 1-0, about 10 minutes into the opening half. I am Brian Skronsky here on the call with you for our Global Energy Partners halftime report. And you see the intensity from head coach Scott James explaining to his ladies that they have not beat Clear Fork. Over the last 3 seasons, it has been the Lady Colts really dominating the competition 8-0. As a matter of fact, they have outscored the Lady Lions during their 4-year stretch. Excuse me, the last 3 years. So the first goal that Bexley has actually scored in this competition head-to-head came in that opening half. Got some numbers to share with you guys. Let's take a look at these first half stats. And you see the time of possession favoring Bexley. Really did a solid job there of just kind of dictating the pace in the play and putting things on frame too. Only 1 shot sailed wide. Might have been one other that I didn't track. It could have been more of a pass though, but on the flip side, Clear Fork, they haven't had quite as many quality looks on frame. Almost as many shots, but I don't think they have quite the quality so far that Bexley has been able to produce in creating a little bit of havoc so far. When they have made their ventures near in and around the 18, they're passing really well in short windows, tight little crevices, and they're finding ways to be able to force Faith Smith to come out. She's had to make 2 exceptional saves, one of them in particular where she laid out and got the left mitt on it, spilled it out for the corner kick. But the Colts, they're hanging tough, trailing by just 1 here at the break. Coach Bechtel has just broke the huddle. Her and Chris Laux now in year 20 with one another, and I've mentioned it the last couple of broadcasts, but it still doesn't seem real just because of how young Brittany looks and still acts and kind of is. And Chris, too, just 2 super likable people that you would love to be running your program, and that's why they're in the position that they are, where they're just a fantastic team year in, year out, competing for MOAC district championships, defending in each of those categories. And you look just at the last 4 years, 13 victories a season ago. How about 12 of them in 2023? 13 wins in 2022, and they actually started that season 6-0-2. So they came out of the box with an 8-match unbeaten streak. And then 2021, 11 more wins. But I had mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, this program has not been 4-0 since way back in 2012. I think that might have been like the Jordan Helinski era. They had some dominant runs then. Started 5-0 back then. Would end up finishing 18-3 overall, a regional finalist. A couple of years later, again, they had a really nice, lengthy, unbeaten streak, 8-0-2 to start the 2014 campaign, finishing with 16 wins and went all the way to the regional finals that year as well. I don't believe that Brittany has broke through and been to a state Final Four game. Those 2 regional championship appearances, I think that's been the end of the line so far for the Lady Colts, and got 1 step away from that just last season when they made it into the regional semis and lost a heartbreaker, a 1-0 defeat. But they're looking to build off of that this year. 3 wins here out of the box, trying to make it 4 in a row. They got their work cut out for them. Bexley, they seem like a really poised team. I like some of the moxie they've displayed up to this point in the match, and the connectivity and just their style. It's been a tough blend for the Colts to kind of keep up with, even though, as mentioned, it's been 8-0 in favor of Clear Fork the last 3 years. But this seems like a little bit different Lions team. Let's see if they can keep it going here in half number 2 as we return to action. Heavy pressure here from Barnett on the outside. She's in the middle now. Long carry. Trying to pitch it down the far sideline. Caudill steps in front, now lofted Middle of the park up for grabs. It squirts out. 2-on-2 opportunity. Barnett, she's a speedster. Here's Brinley to the middle. Plays it right back to her. Brinley, shots fired off the upright. What a way to start the second half here for the Lady Colts. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot to restart my replays for the second half. Here we go. I got to move them forward. But that was as close as it gets there. Barnett hitting the upright. So a quick shot here for the Lady Colts. Less than a minute in. Bexley looking to find their way. And this one, too, just fades by. So 2 strong shot attempts already here in the early going, 1 on each side. Take a second look on our Carothers Pest Control replay. Hazel Meeker, the senior, getting pretty good right boot on that one. As they'll play it short here off of the goal kick. They'll send it out wide. Here's Beck. Set up by Perry. Gorgeous. They got Barnett in the middle. Trying to find her as Swindoll delivers that one on the money. So Clear Fork coming out and really doing a nice job of connecting. And this one literally off the upright this time. But a second shot attempt in the early portion. And Ashton's got the capability we've seen. She can throw darts from all over the pitch. Just got to be able to try to keep those down or it counts for nothing. Here she is, a little bit of green in front of her, trying to run the give and go, runs into some trouble. Another shot, boy! This one fades right in front too, so Clear Fork, 3 shots, nothing to show for it. But they are running, dictating the pace here in the first 2.5 minutes. There's the left foot of Perry. Now as we return back to the action again, another short goal kick out to the right. Colts on the hop. Their instructions at the break, I gotta imagine, will be just the aggressiveness in the midfield. Didn't quite see the same overall that we were accustomed to seeing the first 2 matches this season on the OH Report of the wins over Madison and Ashland, where it was high, heavy pressure and a lot of turnover with the roster. Coach Bechtel didn't quite go into her bag of tricks quite like we had seen in the first couple of matches, but they are rolling right now. Here's Asia to the middle. A lot of room. Left foot coming up. But again, not even close. So Ashton Wine, she's got to figure that out. 4 shots in less than 4 minutes, though, for the Lady Colts. So starting to find their way here offensively. As Avery George looking to get back to action. Played out of the air, but off the side of the leg there for Swindle. Bexley throwing right in front of their own bench. Turning out wide, keeping it in place somehow. Nice move. That was Georgia Budendek. Now this one blasted into the middle of the park. Barnett trying to backtrack, catch up. Now here's Lamp on the hop. Sends this one forward. Barnett battling right now. Brinley with an excellent ball. It's going to allow Lily to come up, try to do something with it. Plenty of pasture in front of her. Little off target, trying to feed back. Katie regains here for the Lady Colts. Lamp to Wine. It was kind of a heater. Ashton was calling for it out on the right wing. Now Zoe finds her. Ashton turned into her strong, dominant foot. Lamp just tried to create something back post. Just the communication wasn't exactly what they needed here on the back end. Beck made her charge a little bit late, and it would have been a little too much sauce there for Brinley Barnett. Excellent opening 6 minutes, though, in half two for the Lady Colts. Give and go action, Garcia. Boy, she has just got some fantastic feet. But she is ripped right in the middle of the park. Doherty. Now Ashton, she's playing in the midfield. New role for her here in the second half. Trying to expand her game a little bit here on the offensive side of the window. Ashton continues to make a run. Another good-looking build-up here as Boffman has the acceleration, keeps it in, trying to set up for the cross. It'll be over the touchline. Bexley's been on the defensive end more often than not here to start things off in half two. They had the ball control action in the first half, and right now it's about 65% in favor of the Lady Colts coming out over these first 7-8 minutes. Garcia looking to change all that. It's Clear Fork just a little bit faster to the ball. Late whistle comes in, though, that favors the Lions. Check it out. See if we can identify. Yeah, it's right there. Just see that collision right into the back of the Bexley player. And it's going to set them up in prime position. It'll actually allow Avery George, the captain, to work her way up from that center backer role. Colts with 10 back in a defensive role right now inside of the football 15. Yeah, she'll misfire with this one over the top. Two substitutions checking in right now for Coach Bechtel. We'll see Jaden Kaler for the first time in the second half. A senior along with the freshman Violet Freeman. Ooh, Ashton took a hard tumble right there. And they're going to call that foul actually against Wine. Let's see this one again. Don't love it. And obviously, Cole Faithful didn't either, if you could hear some of the jeers down here in the home bleachers. This one, much more on target. But again, just a little bit too tall. So the second time in a row, Avery George has been asked to deliver the duties here from the set piece. And that one about a foot overhead. Faith Smith with solid positioning right in the middle of the net. This one deflected. Doherty keeps it in somehow, though, and allows Barnett to scope that one off of the defender. It's off the foot of Mabin Evans. Brinley chucks it in, looking for Ashton. Trying to race by the defender. Foot race there with Cohen. And Ashton's going to pick up the foul. Just the size difference you see here. That's much more her and George. And if you're going to stop right in front of the ball like that, like Melinda Cohen did, got to typically expect some type of ramifications. She earned the whistle that she wanted. It's 5 fouls, though, already on Clear Fork. Barnett to the middle. Ping pongs around. It'll drift out wide here for Freeman. Trying to make a play. Swarm Garcia. Now some space opening up here. Bexley looking to shift. They'll push it out wide. Good ball into the middle. See if they try to lay it into the box with a cross. Here it is. Garcia one-timer, but Smith timed it up well. First shot of the second half for the Bexley Lions. And the senior keeper all over it. She's got the punt past midfield, but the possession won back here by Bexley. They'll get it to the feet of Georgia Budendek. Here she goes. Freshman with a blow-by. Extra wave of defenders. Stover coming over. She's got the rip and the theft. Well done by Boffman to get possession. And here's Ashton Wine, head of steam. Look at the acceleration of the Wine. Nutmeg on accident, I think, there from Avery George. It works out well for the Lions, at least for now, but the Colts, they have been quick to the action here in the second half. A lot of these 50-50 balls have been in favor of the Lady Colts. Doherty blisters that one to nobody in particular. Garrett waiting for some shoestrings to get the loop, swoop, and pull. At least that's how I was taught. That's how I'm trying to teach my son. I have a 10-year-old, and still, not that gifted at tying his shoes. I gotta imagine that most 10-year-olds can do it pretty well. I'm still sticking with the Velcro shoes for the most part now, just so I don't have to help on so many occasions. He can do it, just a little bit sloppy. Substitution and almost wholesale subs coming here for Lady Colts. How about 5 fresh bodies? And this is a bit more like what I'm accustomed to seeing from Coach Bechtel.
We appreciate Avita's support to keep all our student athletes safe.
So a lot of turnover here on this sub pattern. Wine's going to stay in the mix, hands on hips. She has been working hard out there in the second half. Miss Worldwide is what I'm going to nickname her because she is everywhere all the time. Clock settled right now, 26:47 showing. And I see some new likes coming in on the Facebook stream. Got about 30 of you guys all watching together. 25 more over on YouTube. Haven't had a comment in a while, though. So what's going down right now at 8:17 p.m.? Are you guys in the great state of Ohio? Where are you watching from here tonight? Do we have any out-of-staters? Let's see if I can give out some prizes awarded to the person watching from the farthest distance away from my seat right now in Belleville, Ohio. Second deck here in the press box, so if you're watching from the bleachers, I mean, that's still a little ways away. I see some old friends down in the bleachers, some old neighbors. And I see Faith Smith doing Faith Smith type of things, protecting the net. Only giving up 2 goals all season long. Almost 4 full matches in. Had a great junior campaign as well. And I know that Coach Brittany, Coach Laux were thrilled to have her back along with just this whole senior class. I mean, we've watched them kind of grow up here on the OH Report. That's probably my favorite part of my job is specific occasions like what Clear Fork had, I remember Brindley and Ashton and Maya all playing as baby freshmen, and here they are, and they're the senior captains, leaders out here, and they're different people now. To talk to them and engage, it's pretty cool to be able to watch the evolution of these athletes and the way they play too. Like I love watching Ashton Wine now truck sticking people and coming out here. She's just a dominant physical player, and all really gifted too. Obviously no Mel Bluebaugh this year, kind of their big gun from a season ago, but Barnett back. Addie Blakely had a huge year as well, and she was lost to graduation. But then there's Ashton Wine, Caudill, Perry, Quinn Stover, Bechtel. No Reese Cook tonight. She's out with a red card in their previous match. Kind of lost her temper, I guess. But just so many pieces to the puzzle return here in 2025 for Clear Fork. I feel like it could be a really special year. Has been up to this point. Got to try to find an equalizer. Taken aim 4 times. Those 4 shots, though, came in the first 4 minutes. I don't have Clear Fork for another one since then. So it's been a dozen minutes. And this is good stuff here from Catherine Garrett. Just putting Brindley on the ball. Went near post. Nice diving save. So right as the words were coming out of my mouth that we hadn't seen a shot from Clear Fork, they were able to develop one right there. Garrett just did an excellent job of time, place, solid hands. Actually, soft hands, depends how you look at it. Ooh, good looking move. Seminaro able to cruise by. And defenders, I think, oftentimes don't get quite the credit they deserve for having great foot skills, as we see Stover come away with the rock. Shuttle this one to the other side. It's blasted by George. Just trying to keep it over here in the attacking third. It's been a bit more of a mainstay offensively for Clear Fork on that side of the ball in this second half. And they'll get a couple of their veterans back in. Layla Doherty, get the senior into the middle. Maya Perry, our player spotlight tonight. See if this substitution can give them a lift over the next 5 to 7 minutes. Let's see who comes away with this one. Tripped up at the point of attack was Roberts. Now Bexley's gonna maybe push it back. Instead, it was a nice turn from Whistler. And they got something going here now. Melinda Cohen, look at all the green patch in front of her. Cohen sets it out to the right, to the middle. Good give and go. Oh, how about the setup right here? Oh, one too many touches. But this shot rifled too much. Nice build-up for the Lions. I would have liked to seen the shot come from right here. Look at this window. Oh, you got to go after that one. Addie Dixon elected not to. Still got a pretty decent look for the third shot attempt here in this second half by Bexley. They've led it pretty much from the jump. About 10 minutes in, Budendeck, she was able to put one in the back. Colts have been close on multiple occasions in this second half. Can they break through here? Here's Barnett. Back to her. Oh, she's got an opening right now. Lifts it. Too tall yet again. Brindley's starting to dial it in, though. Her and Ashton, they play so well off of one another. And that separation speed, that quick twitch ability that Brindley Barnett has, and most athletes can't really stage what she does there, where when she makes a decision to head one direction or the other, she gets there more often than not a bit quicker than the defender. Wine Turns back, middle, left foot, in traffic. Barnett blew it. This is just all Ashton Wine through a 3-pack of defenders. Barnett, left foot, pushed it out wide. Catherine Garrett made a little bit of a late break. And that's about as good a look as you can expect to have here against Bexley. Capitalizing against this team is something that you really have to take advantage of one-on-one with the keeper. 7 shots to 3 is the edge for LCP in half number 2 as we're at the midway point. And they'll disrupt that potential offensive opportunity. A little behind here, but ahead of steam for Ashton. Slide tackle, and a little surprised this isn't going against Bexley unless I missed something. Yeah, that's got to be a foul on Cohen. I mean, she's throwing her right leg around the player with the ball. And it's really tough when we don't have a center official out here, so we've just got 2 line judges. And that's been the case for every match that I've been at this year, so we do appreciate the referees that are here. One of them, Dave, has been on each game so far today. JV girls, varsity girls, and then we had the varsity boys match today. So we do appreciate you, Dave. Looks like they're waiting to get a sub in on the far side. This one kind of squirts through, and there's a little bit of space out in front. Back post, diving effort made by Smith. She'll spell it out. Ball still up for grabs. And kept in play here. Bexley trying to stay on the attack. Shoots it into Garcia. She's triple teamed. Amazing footwork, knifes through. Deflected though. And the big booming shot. That's been problematic on each side tonight. Want to rewind this just a little bit. Show you from this point right here with the captain Olsen. Back post, face Smith again. Just giving up the body down to the turf, face first. Three of the 4 shots in this second half on frame so far for Bexley. Lamp with some heavy pressure out on the perimeter. Forces backtrack. Quinn Stover. Now the throw-in coming from the far side. Garcia crowded down the line. She'll turn it over, but there's nobody up top except for Barnett. So the Colts looking for the counter strike. They're going to have to do it on the carry. This is the young lady that can do it, Ashton Wine. Motor in that way. She's expended a ton of energy here in the second half. Just a phenomenal athlete. She's got the endurance to stay out here and go the distance. Bechtel on the toss, strong throw on the money too. Settles right at the feet of Perry. That's last touch by Caudill. Couple changes on the way here. Scott James getting some veterans back into the mix. And actually, we're getting our first look here at Veronica Feldman, said veteran. Never mind, freshman. And a foul on the Lions. It's their 7th of the match. Lady Colts trying to flip the field. Booming ball by Ashton Wine. And they got a chance to do something now. Katie Beck. Left foot spelled out, and here's Kendall Boffman! Oh, off the side post. Good night. Right there, open net. Kendall just could not find the middle. And for Clear Fork, it's been a lot of that here in the second half. And I'll run this replay back here. I'll show you from the top exactly what just transpired here. So they dropped it back. Miss hit right to Zoe Lamp, and the right foot shoots it underneath the defense. Laying down for another save. Catherine Garrett, sophomore. She's been playing on her head on a few different occasions here in the second half. Another foul here against Bexley. How about 9 shots now in the second half here for the Lady Colts? 5 really good ones. And they have nothing to show for it in the scoring column. And now Beck, little feisty in there. She picks up the personal. George dictating some traffic. Got a little bit underneath that one. So it allows Barnett try to take center stage as she turns toward the middle of the park. Brindley with the overlap. Now Ashton guns it out wide. Here's Boffman getting a lot of playing time here in the second half. Slick move to the middle. She wasn't able to hook up with anybody in particular. Asia Bexel set to check back in here for LCP. Beck's going to take a seat. And look over at the Clear Fork sideline. Coach Bexel and company looking for that 4-0 start. Be the first time in 13 years. Pretty crazy to think about. All the amazing teams that Clear Fork's had. And I think that we've got a little bit of blood right now on the freshman. Welcome to the varsity ranks, Veronica. So she's going to get tended to. Dive back into the chat section, see what's going on with y'all. What's up, Jeannie Roberts? Ooh, watching from Fort Myers Beach. That's probably going to be the winner. I said I was going to be giving away some prizes. Let's see if there's anybody else. She's watching her granddaughter, Ava Roberts. Thank you so much for tuning in. I went to Fort Myers for the first time last year. Did a job there, hung out for 3 days. I love that they've got the beachfront and then also the downtown a little ways away. It was 2 totally different environments. Enjoyed both of them very much. Then I left, and 2 days later there was a hurricane, and that whole beach property was all underwater. It is wild how they get by down there. Insurance must cost an arm and a leg. Chelsea Freeman said, let's go Clear Fork. Anselm wants to know if we want to chat about some bowling. My high career game is a 190, I think. I've never broken 200. So I've got some work to do. Always wanted to play in a league, and it's been brought up to me that we should do the OH Report Bowling League. I'm considering someday. I just don't have the time right now, nor the skill set. Don't want to embarrass myself. Boss can't go out there and just get lit up by the competition. When they work for you, then they start looking down on you and yada, yada. You know how that whole thing plays out. Cole's trying to keep some pressure on here, and I like what they're doing. Just fading balls down into the middle of the park right there and just try to keep it at this end. Counterattacks have been few and far between for Bexley. They've had plenty of build-ups, but they haven't had any quick strikes. So Stover and company on that back line, really credit Quinn. She's just a sophomore, maybe a little undersized for that position. She's doing a nice job. And I think Clear Fork looks a lot different and exceptional on the offensive end when they have Ashton Wine playing more in an aggressive center mid role. Little bump kept in? No. Last touch by Clear Fork. That was Caudill making that charge near side. And then the Colts are going to try to continue to work these substitution patterns. Beck's back on. Kaler's back into. From deep down in their own territory. First touch by Ashton Wine. Nice read by her. Deflected off the back of Kaler. Deep shot. Here's Stover. Gets to it first and able to lay a nice ball right at the lap here of Zoe Lamp. Shoots it in the middle. A lot of space. Too far, though, for Maya Perry on the hop. And sliding down to make the play yet again, Catherine Garrett. She's had solid, sharp positioning pretty much all night. Another case in point right here. Off the punt, low line drive into the middle of the park. Clear Fork's been winning most of those here in the second half. This go around, Bexley able to get to it first, but Garcia, I think she was trying to loft it overhead, maybe have one of those shuttles to herself instead. It's going to be a Clear Fork throw-in. And there it is. I think that's what she was trying to do the previous play. Colts with the throw-in right in front of the Bexley bench. Everybody's actually up on their feet over there. And they have been loud and proud. Shout out to the Lady Lions and just how they've conducted themselves here tonight on the road, trying to bring some juice. Not easy to come and win here on the road in the Valley, especially on a Saturday night. This is foul number 9. Oh, great ball. Right into the middle. Garrett again. Second look on the Carothers Pest Control replay. This had goal in its future, if not for a nice play there by Garrett. Lost her footing a little bit. But this sophomore, man, she's been good. She's my pick for MVP if this lead holds up. Clear Fork trying to change that. They have been on the case this entire second half. Can the Lady Colts break through, looking for an equalizer? Beck pressing up top. That'll work. Little back tap. Shooting it down the line. A lot of space out in front. Garcia on the hop. Eloy's trying to turn it into the middle of the park. Stover meets her. Quinn Stover trying to win the battle of the sevens. But the late whistle outside of the box. This is still going to be tough territory for Clear Fork, and this is what they're calling right there. Be interesting to see just exactly how they're going to play this. From the football 10-yard line, just on the outskirts of the 18. 4 lady boxes formed. Then they've got Zoe Lamp right in the middle. Wine's about 10 steps off the ball. As the clock rolling now under 8 minutes. Taking dead aim. Off the redirection, and the Colts able to survive to live another day with the score at 1-0. Pretty good look here from Meeker. Tried to bend it around that 4-woman wall, but that was the dangerous one. Avery George flying into your screen, and the senior captain couldn't keep it on frame. Off target with the redirect, and now all of a sudden things got to be feeling a little bit more eagerness from the Lady Colts. At least internally for them, they've been playing with such great rhythm and flow, starting to run out of time here. Barnett forced off the ball. I think that's clean living, at least for now here by Olsen. Now Brindley over the boundary before she played that in. Substitution game going to start to be played here by Coach James. Allows 20-plus seconds to come off the clock as they get in the fresh body over on the far side. Couple headers. Now Barnett with the left foot, middle of the park. Off target, here's Katie Beck. She's just gonna try to deliver one on the mark. Here's Ashton Wine on the fly. Ashton looking to catch up. And business decision made just to poke that one out and have to force Clear Fork to try to earn this thing. Ashton battling inside, wins it off of Lippman. Back to Katie. Bodies flying everywhere. And now it's into the hands of Garrett yet again. Spin it back for you real quick. Show you what just went down. Ashton trying to go to the touchline, and you almost never see 16 go down. She is just always barreling through folk. I'm going to have to ask her what her weightlifting plan is and try to get on that same regimen. Tired of getting knocked around by my kids at home, my cat even sometimes. She's been jumping on my face a lot right in the middle of the night. She meows a bunch, and then she'll come sleeking in if I don't, like, come to her beck and call and just jump right on my face. It's been wicked. I digress. 5 minutes to go. Better get locked in here. Lady Colts are certainly trying to do that. Bexley, too. They've played okay defense here in the second half. Many missed opportunities by Clear Fork. This has been the storyline here tonight. They were capitalizing so far the first 3 nights of the season when they were in action, and it just, they haven't been able to tickle that nylon just yet with the leather. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. But the clock now rolling under 5 minutes, and a corner kick, a rare one. At least in the second half, it's our first for either side. Haven't seen the freshman do much either. Budendek rips this one back post. Plenty of bodies there. Settles right in front of Smith. Just got to have a little faith. That's what Clear Fork has, back protecting the pipes. Here she comes off the boot. She likes to line these ones. Barnett able to get a lid on it. Ashton, she's been the primary target up top. Flips it into the middle, just trying to make something happen. Now Bechtel, little sidewinder, and this is going to set up a great opportunity now for the Lady Colts. Foul number 5 in the second half, 10th total on the Lions. They've got Barnett on it. I think that's the right call. Avery hasn't been able, Ashton, gosh, I keep calling her by her sister's name. Ashton, she's been a little over-aggressive on these. See what Brindley does. Keeps it low, line drive, near post. Collected. Catherine again to the rescue. Keeping that clean sheet. Garrett holding it for about 15 seconds or so. That's a veteran move by a 10th grader. As the seconds continue to tumble off the clock here at the Colt Corral. Clear Fork's perfect season in jeopardy. Ashton trying to regain herself. Kind of lost sight of the ball. Now Stover. Big ball. Finds Ashton. Trying to hit her with the wine and dine. Here she goes. Oh, slick move. Left foot off the cross. And a corner kick on the way here for the Lady Colts. Look at this one, folks. Whoop. Let's see what the game plan is. It's going to be to get Layla Doherty on it. Junior defenseman sends it, angling away from frame. That's what you get oftentimes with a right-footed player from that side. Bexley into the mixer bowl, takes a hop. Beck fighting for it. Here's Katie Beck! Garrett again. What a night for this sophomore keeper, Catherine Garrett. Katie Beck did everything she could. Right foot, right time, but a diving play. Shutout continues to be intact. "11 shots, 6 on net for Clear Fork in the second half. Need to find at least one more. 70 seconds. That's all that remains. Ashton Wine trying to split a double team. Cut off by Lippman. Ashton again. Turns out wide. She's got Brinley Barnett. Here's Barnett. Back post! Oh! It just feels like it's not meant to be as good a look as you're going to find in the closing minute with your star player. And Barnett just burns it about 8 inches too much. The razor's edge has been thin here tonight for Bexley in the second half on defense, but they have found a way, like a gymnast on a balance beam, to continue to dance along the way. And they are just 12 seconds away from closing out a huge victory on the road here tonight, ending a 3-match losing streak to Clear Fork, and they do it with a shutout. Congratulations to the Bexley Lions and my MVP, Catherine Garrett. What a star of stars here tonight. The sophomore was sensational. I'm going to talk to her coming up after a commercial timeout as the dance party is on for the visiting team. The Lions get it done. What a game here tonight. Really fun second half. And if you're the Lady Colts, it's a loss on your calendar. But, boy, you got to feel really good about your adjustments and what you were able to dictate over these last 40 minutes. It wasn't exactly dominating, but it was really top-tier stuff. Commercial breaks on the way. Then you're going to hear from Catherine Garrett, the winner, the shutout artist here tonight. We've got that, final stats, and we'll close out an awesome week 1 of high school sports for me out here in the Valley. Stay tuned. More live and free coverage on the way from Belleville.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement, an important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow. Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Tonight's girls' high school soccer match brought to you 100% live and free thanks to our good friends over at GEP Global Energy Partners, who help communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Your Health Source. They help you choose any vitamin that you might need, supplements. They can prepare custom meds, different creams, all sorts of different things. Go down to West 4th Street in Ontario. Talk to Dr. Stephanie. She will line you out no matter what your ailment is. Carothers Pest Control. If you got a pest, call the best at 419-342-6841. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Charter NextGen, where they are hiring now in a cutting-edge environment. Check them out. Go in the description below, and you might just find your next new job opportunity. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. Looks like I've got the MVP in the house. We're going to hear from Miss Garrett coming up here in just a couple minutes. Stay right there. Back now with our player of the game, presented by Mechanics Bank. You're looking at her right there, the winning keeper tonight, Catherine Garrett. And wow, what a performance there over the last 20 minutes. Claire Fork kind of had the run of play. They were testing you a lot, but you were stepping up to the challenge. So just the excitement of this victory on the road. They had beat you 3 straight times. How cool was it to be a part of this match and this victory tonight?
It was really fun. I got to play them last year, but we lost, so it was really nice to win tonight.
Talk about just the team chemistry and kind of the sisterhood, if you will, because listening to your guys' bench throughout the entire course of the action, they're up, they're lit the entire game, and then it just felt like you guys had good connectivity. So just describe it to me and what it's like to be a part of this Bexley team this year.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why we won, because we're just all so close and really bonded. And, like, yeah, we just came together at the end, and we were able to win, and it was really fun.
When you're a young player like you are, playing for a program that perennially is just really solid, how have you gone about like earning the respect of some of the seniors and the juniors? Because when you're the keeper, you're barking out a lot of orders. You got to tell girls what to do, where to be. What's that adjustment been like for just a sophomore?
Definitely harder, because it's hard to like boss around a whole bunch of people older than you. But last year I got to play a little bit, and that was like good practice, because then I just realized like they expect you to talk, so you kind of have to.
Well, getting ready for tonight's game, you detailed me that maybe Takis are in the diet and a pickle. Is that kind of a regular food choice for you to get you ready for action?
No, it wasn't. Like, everyone was just getting pickles from the concession stand, so I thought it would. They said it helped, so, and it definitely did, because we all played really well.
So given 1-0 victory, the shutout on the road, might you see pickles on the sideline more often for a pregame snack?
Yeah, maybe so. We'll have to all do that together.
It seems like if it works, why stop there? Well, congratulations. Big win here tonight moving forward for you guys. What are the expectations? What have the seniors been talking about for this year, and what you're trying to accomplish in 2025?
Well, definitely we have like a really good team this year, so I think we're expecting to go far. And, yeah, we're just like all around really good. Like, our defense is so good this year, and I think that's definitely going to help us. As you saw in this game, like, it's definitely going to help us go far.
Well, looking forward to keeping an eye on you and see how the season progresses. Keep doing what you did here tonight. Spectacular performance, and we've got a tradition here on the OH Report before I turn you loose. If you just want to look in the camera and just shout out anybody that you want.
I'd like to shout out the whole team, like Eloise, Avery, Lucy, Amelia, Addie, everyone.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just want me to go down the roster?
Oh, yeah, everyone.
It's Julia, Claire,
Hazel, Julia,
Sydney.
Ellie.
Get them.
Georgia, Maven, Claire, Melinda, Evie, Lily.
Girls, you're all
everyone.
loved.
Yeah.
All right, Catherine Garrett, your MVP, presented by Mechanics Bank. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
It's your post-game show presented by Global Energy Partners back here in the Valley. Dude, what a finish. Really, really fun game. Extraordinary performance by our MVP, Catherine Garrett, here tonight, who's getting a lot of hugs right now from her teammates. They're gassing her up. I love it. The team chemistry for Bexley this year, I have only been a part of it for just a few hours. I was here for the JV game earlier, too. I love it. Like seeing the girls coming together and bonding over victories. That's exactly what they've been able to do here tonight with a big performance and a victory over Clear Fork. Here's how they got it done by the numbers. Clear Fork actually only had 46% of the possession in the first half. They come out, dominant in stretches there. In half number 2, they produce a lot of shots, 17 of them, just as many on net as Bexley did. And typically, for a Clear Fork roster that has as many veterans, there are great players like they have. If you are getting 8 shots on goal, you are going to deliver 1, 2, multiples more often than you are not going to. So I think for Clear Fork, I mentioned right at the end of the match, I don't know that you're disappointed at the end of this one, but you are kind of like, kind of let one slip through our fingers. Bare minimum, we probably should have got a draw here tonight, and I felt like they had the offensive flavor in that second half to go ahead and steal a victory. A couple of goals. They hit the upright a couple of times. Kendall Bothman, that one that went off of the side post, that definitely was a game-changing play. Brindley there at the end, she just had a little too much hot sauce on it over the top, but just an extraordinary match. Tons of fun overall, and I think we learned a lot about each of these teams, and what that is that they are both very quality programs, like we kind of already knew, but that's why each of them double-digit victories year in, year out. So moving forward, the Lions, they're going to be at Licking Heights. That's just in a couple of days. Believe that is on Tuesday night, 7:15 matchup, so trying to go for back-to-back road victories there and get their 3rd win of the season. Clear Fork, a huge one coming up on Wednesday night. They are at Ontario. That has been their nemesis within the MOAC until last year. Finally got off the schneid, and they knocked off the Warriors. It had been quite a number of years since they were able to do that. They had some draws with them. They lit them up last year 3-0. It was actually never even close. So that's going to be the game. No disrespect to the rest of the MOAC, but that is going to decide it. Every single season since each of these teams have been in there, I think Ontario won, 7 in a row until Clear Fork broke through this last year. So the winner of that game, basically, I think you can crown them as the champions of the league. So it doesn't get much bigger than that for the Lady Colts coming up here next week. I will be over there creating a highlight, so even though we can't do live games at Ontario, you better believe OH.REPORT is going to be on the case following our Lady Colts into that action, and my kid plays for Ontario, so that's going to be a tough one. I don't really have rooting interest when I go out to these sporting events, but when my daughter's involved, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't seen her play a varsity game yet. This will be my first one. Definitely looking forward to have that one circled on the schedule. Guys, it has been one hell of a week here on the OH Report. I have no idea how many total games we covered, but probably more than any other high school live stream company in the state. We've been crushing. Hopefully you guys have been watching. We got TikToks galore going out right now. We've got all the MVPs that are posted, and the live streams, they stay up forever. So if you wanted to watch this one or any other live stream that we've done over this last week, plus Friday Night Football from a week ago as well, they are available for your viewing pleasure whenever you want. Shout out to all of our generous sponsors that bring the coverage to you live and free. We can't do it without them. I got to pay these people somehow, and my kids got to eat too. So thank you to all the sponsors on this game. For Brandon Powell, my camera guy here today for the doubleheader, and everybody back at OH Report World Headquarters, I am Brian Skoronsky signing out for now, but you already know I'm going to be back at it. The podcast returns on Monday. I will see you guys there. But for now, for tonight, I am out of here.